Hello and welcome to the Devitt YouTube channel.
No. It's Keep Britain Biking.
I knew I was going to get that wrong. It's Keep Britain Biking YouTube channel. Very important to get that right. I'm Alan Dowd. This is
Rob Hoyles.
Rob Hoyles, apparently. And we're going to do a little featurette, a little mini programme about how to prepare your bike for winter. Because it's a bit miserable out there at the moment, I tell you. It's blowing a gale, raining. You don't want to go on your bike at all, do you?
Yeah, you do.
Do you?
Yeah, you do, and there are ways to do it which aren't too miserable. Sure, it's not like the summer's day, but it's still riding a bike.
We don't want a nice little car, do we?
No, we definitely don't want a nice little car, Alan. No, absolutely not.
We've got a suitable bike here. I mean, we don't want super sport bike. A super sport bike's wasted in this weather. So
Absolutely.
We've got something a bit more sensible, which is this Yamaha Tracer 900, and a good base to start for us at a winter bike, I think.
Absolutely, definitely. You've got nice wide bars. You've got a nice kind of neutral riding position. You're not over the front of it. You haven't got too much horsepower for a start, but you've got enough to have a bit of fun. And also, it's kind of perfect for the weather because you've got a bit of fairing protection, and you can also run tyres that are sort of suitable for greasy, wet roads.
Yeah. I mean, this is. I've been running this bike for the year, so I've already made some changes to sort of help for long distance work in the weather and that. So, I mean, we can sort of start with the basics. I mean, tyres. I mean, the standard tyres on this is some Dunlops, which are fine, good tyres, but you can do better, I think, when the weather turns, can't you? You can pick a tyre that's more suited to
Definitely. I think one of the biggest mistakes a lot of riders make is that they go for the sports replica tyres, the super courses, the kind of stuff that they'd use on a track. When actually those aren't going to work at all in the winter.
No.
So even if you are riding a sports bike or whatever bike you're riding, if you go for sports touring tyres, they tend to have a lot of silica. They warm up really quickly. They work in the wet. They've got sipes and grooves in them that get rid of the water. And they just work a lot better, give you a lot more confidence, and you can actually enjoy riding. If you try and ride on sports tyres this time of year, you're wasting your time and taking some chances, frankly.
Not ideal, certainly.
No.
I've changed the tyres on this bike. I've got Metzler Road Tech 01s, which are very good.
Good choice, sir. Good choice.
Yeah, very good. They've worked well so far. You can go for Michelin Pilot Road 5s, Avon Spirit STs, I quite like them.
Yeah.
Bridgestone, they do a...
I think everybody does. You've got to look for the touring tyre. That's the thing, the sports touring tyre. If you go for a sports tyre, as I say, it won't warm up, it won't get rid of the water, it won't give you a lot of grip. So every manufacturer now does a really good winter tyre. So if you look at the range and just look for a touring tyre, sports touring tyre, you can't go too far wrong now.
That'll be the thing. Comfort on the bike, heated grips. I mean, when I was a boy, heated grips were very unusual, but very common now. A lot of bikes have them as standard. This bike doesn't have them as standard, but you can get them as an aftermarket option from Yamaha, or you can buy third-party ones from Oxford, R&G, companies like that, I think. Big difference, heated grips when you're riding the cold, I think, isn't it? Yeah,
a massive difference, and the thing is, I mean, they've come on a lot as well. Heated grips, when I started riding, 25 years ago, they were really wide, so you ended up sort of riding with big hands, and now they've made them so you'd never know the difference. Big hands. You'd never know the difference now between a standard grip and a heated grip, other than your hands aren't, your fingers aren't going numb. If you keep your hands warm, the rest of you is warm. The blood's flowing through your hands, flowing through the rest of you. You stay a lot warmer than it makes such a big difference. You wouldn't believe just by warming your hands, the rest of you is warm as well. So definitely a good tip.
I've actually got some grips down here actually. For look, so there's the R&G heated grips. They're a good price. I think £40, something like that. Straightforward to fit. And then this is the official Yamaha kit. The good thing about this is if you put these on the Tracer, you operate them through the handlebar switches, and it comes up on the dashboard. So that's good. A lot more expensive. I think they're about £150. But
what price can you put on not being freezing cold on a bike?
So we've got hot hands. You might spot this funny wire here. This is it's a connector for a heated vest. Now it's not very rock and roll having an electrically heated vest, is it? So it's a bit geriatric, but who cares?
It's not about being rock and roll when you're freezing cold, is it? It's about being warm. And heated waistcoat. I've got one. It's a Clan one, I think, from years and years ago.
Good.
And I've had it for about 20 years, and it still works perfectly well.
Clan, K-E-I-S, Kais, however you pronounce it. That's the one. I've got one down there. I'll show us in a minute. And connected to your battery. Plug in when you get on.
Exactly.
It's a toast the other way to work.
5-minute job, just 2 ring terminals onto the battery, a bit of wire and a switch, all fused up so it's safe.
We can look at that in a minute. I'll show you that in a minute.
Yeah, and because your kidneys are warm, obviously your blood goes through your kidneys. Keep your kidneys warm, the rest of you stays warm. Even your hands actually
medical
stay warm.
Science, ladies and gentlemen. You
Exactly.
can't argue with that kind of medical science. It's like the Open University on here.
It is. It's amazing what I read on the internet.
We can't swear on the David channel, can we?
No, we can't.
No f***ing swearing. Anyway, right. So
anyway.
we've got hot hands, we've got hot kidneys, which is a weird thing, but there you go. Hot kidneys. Smell my hot kidneys. So we've got all these electrical heated things on our bike, which is great.
Yep.
But you also need to think about where the power's coming from for them, and it's coming from your battery. And winter, your battery suffers a bit anyway. Just the temperature means that the chemistry and the acid doesn't work as well as effectively. So your battery's putting out less power anyway. The oil's thicker in your engine. It's a harder time to start. And so it makes sense, especially in winter, just to sort of have a trickle charger on your battery and keep it topped up. So park your bike up at night, plug it into the charger in your garage if you're lucky enough to have one, or something like that.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is as well is that keeping the battery topped up, it means the battery's going to last longer as well. You're not going to get to your bike and it won't start, which makes winter riding even worse. Tiresome,
well,
absolutely.
You need to get the bus, so maybe it's not so bad. Which charger do we use?
Well, we've got an Optimate here.
Pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Sort of the industry standard, really, kind of the benchmark of battery chargers. Other brands are available.
It's like the Hoover of battery chargers.
It is exactly that, Al. Exactly that. So this is what we'd go for, is an Optimate.
The Durex of battery chargers.
The Durex of, exactly, a coverall.
The Heinz of ketchup of battery chargers.
Yeah, I think we've done that now.
We've got that.
We'll move on. The thing with an Optimate is it not only charges it, some of the cheaper chargers will put a certain current and voltage into your battery, but this is a smart charger, so if it's already quite charged, it will just trickle charge. If it needs a bit of a boost, it will give it more of a boost. It's a bit of a conditioner, if you like. A bit of a head and shoulders for your battery.
I've spoken to the people at Optimate, and they reckon that it can actually sort of recover a battery which is almost on its way out. They can get sulphate off the plates and stuff like that as well, so worth a try. So Optimate, they do various types, and there are other options as well, but do something.
Yeah.
Don't just let your battery suffer.
No.
No.
And if you're going to get a charger, make sure you get one that's also a bit of a battery conditioner as well as a charger. That's the take home from this, I think, Al.
Okay. This bike's got a connector. I've put a connector on it for the Optimate, and I've also done a little harness which connects the. Which connects. So that goes into the Optimate connector, and that goes into your vest. So you've only got one connector on the battery instead of two.
So you can make these looms, as Al's done here, a bit of heat shrink, a bit of soldering. I would guess you soldered that?
It's a special hose sleeve, heat shrink solder sleeves all in one.
Sort of thing you get from Worth, perhaps?
If you want to pay lots of money, yeah.
Okay, or from any sort of Maplins, perhaps, or something like that.
I think that was a cheap eBay, I'm afraid.
Quite easy to make anyway. Bottom line, quite easy to make. Yeah. And you can use your Optimate, your charging point. Basically 12 volts coming out of there, so anything you want to plug into that, you can make yourself a loom, and then you don't have to have loads of ring terminals on your battery. So a lot neater and tidier.
Good thinking. Just check the fuse. Sometimes the Optimate fuse is only maybe 5 amps, and if you're going to run a heated vest and gloves and stuff as well, you might want to upgrade the fuse.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Check that out.
Good point.
Look, stop the bike from rusting before your eyes. That's important because
exactly. Yeah.
This is a good bike, but it's made to a price, obviously. If you leave it in the rain, it'll rust. So where do we focus there in terms of looking after?
Well, I mean, the biggest problem in the winter for a bike is salt that's put down on the road. So that gets into the chain, it gets in everywhere, it gets into all the bearings, and it will wreck your bike, eat it away. Absolute rubbish. Yeah. So an important thing to do after a long ride in the winter is to rinse your bike off.
Okay.
So just with a hose will do.
I'm bad. I don't do that.
Well, you should. You really should.
Bad.
Even if you're just rinsing off with a hose just to get rid of the worst of the crap. It doesn't have to be clean, it just has to be rinsing all the salt off and just blowing it away.
Okay.
Failing that, if you live in a flat or whatever, you can get these portable washers now that have about a 15, 20 litre
I've seen
tank.
those,
And they're brilliant. They're all on offer now because they came out, they were super expensive. Now everyone's got them, they've come down in price.
So that's a 12 volt one, plugs into the battery?
Yeah, you can plug it into your car,
or manual ones
you can plug it into the mains.
Okay.
And again, you can just go over the whole bike, get rid of all the salt.
It pays dividends long term. It's a shit thing you do when you come in from work.
It's a 10-minute, it's a 5-10 minute job, but you need to do it every time, really.
Shall I tell you what I do?
What do you do?
I do the lazy thing. Hold on. Do you know what I do?
What do you do?
Shall I tell you what I do? I do the lazy thing, which is...
Surprise you, by the way.
It's harsh, isn't it? It's harsh.
Language, come on.
Sorry. Corrosion protectant.
Yeah.
See, this is science again. You've got your medical science. This is rust science. It's basically, hold that one. There's another one here. FS365, Scott Oiler. ACF 50. there a can of that about? You know the stuff, ACF 50. If you spray that stuff on the rusty parts of your bike, they won't rust.
That makes no sense.
Before they rust, obviously.
Yes, obviously.
The rust
so the non-rusty parts that could rust.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Fair
yeah.
enough.
No, that S-Dot 100 one's good. You spray it on, and it's a bugger to clean off in the spring. But that's what you want, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something that sticks to the bike that stops the salt getting through. It's like, it's impenetrable. That's what you want.
Don't put it on your brake discs.
It's fairly obvious sort of common sense thing, though.
And of course, chain. You need your chain lube. I mean, you should be lubing your chain anyway, but just even more so in the winter.
Absolutely, and also to clean your chain.
Clean your chain first, yeah.
You know, a lot of people put lube after lube after lube on the chain. It ends up getting all into the the gearbox sprocket. Ends up just it's inside there. It's disgusting.
Grinding paste.
Yeah, exactly. Turns into grinding paste. Wears the sprockets out a lot quicker.
Yeah.
If you clean your chain, put new lube on.
Yeah.
And don't over lube it. You only need to lube it a bit. Some people do
a little
it
and
too
often.
Much. Yeah, exactly that. Don't coat the thing in oil. Just a bit to keep the rust out.
Yeah. Scott oiler.
Yeah, although I think, to be honest, now I'm going away from those a bit more because they are quite messy.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, if you're a courier or dispatch rider and you just don't have time to do it, then it will stop your chain from, turning into an orange piece of rusty string.
Yeah.
But yeah, generally, for my own bike, I wouldn't want one.
If you, it's a reasonable solution if
you're riding every day and you're never going to get time, then it's fine.
Yeah.
But
if you bought a bike with one fitted, you would keep using it.
Yeah, I mean, chains have come on now, and so have the sprays we put on them, so they actually last a lot longer between applications than they used to. But yeah, the Scott oiler is good, but it's a bit of a thing of its time, really. I think.
Okay. So we've got heated grips. This bike's also got the hand guards, which is quite good.
Brilliant. Deflects them, and people don't realise. I mean, I've seen
keeps
people,
the wind off a bit.
Before adventure bikes were popular, I saw lots of people, especially dispatch riders, fitting motocross style brush guards.
Yeah.
It does the same thing. Deflects a bit of wind off your hand, and it's that cold wind that can make your fingers go really numb.
Yeah.
So that makes a surprising amount of difference. Definitely worth
doing. I've got a taller screen on this bike as well, which is from Skidmarks, an aftermarket one. It doesn't turn it into a car, but it just helps.
Yeah.
Every little helps in these areas, right?
Anything you can take, any wind you can take off you, either by deflecting it off your hands or your head, it's a good thing. Off your body, it's a good thing. And obviously with the heated waistcoat and heated grips, if you're keeping fairly warm, the whole riding in winter thing is so much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, if you're freezing cold and miserable and it's wet, then you're not going to want to do it more than twice a year. It's kind of, so it's just common sense.
Yeah. So there you go. Tyres, spray stuff on it, rinse the stock off at the end of the day, heated grips, taller screen and some heated clothes. And that's pretty much it for getting yourself sorted through winter, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so. And and the other thing is take a little bit of a different approach to your riding as well.
Oh, that's a whole other programme.
Well, it could be. It could be, but
we're going to make another programme of that as well, so we'll talk about that later.
Smooth and steady. That's the
smooth and steady.
Smooth and steady. Yeah.
Good. Right then. So you've no excuse now. Get out there in the winter and keep on riding. Keep Britain biking even in the winter. That's
Absolutely,
what I'm going to say here.
That's what we're saying.